Hi, and welcome everybody to our new webinar on data agility. We'll wait for 1 minute to allow all the attendees to join us.
Hello everyone, welcome to our new webinar. I am Matteo Carloni, Sales Manager at Rulex, and I'm going to be the host for today's session. Together with me, there is Alice Cartasso, Communication Specialist at Rulex.
It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Today, we would like to introduce you to the concept of data agility and why it is so important for companies nowadays. To start off with, we will explain what the agile data looks like and how making your data agile will save you a lot of time, money, and reduce your stress level. This is actually the first webinar of a series focused on data agility. In the upcoming sessions, we will show you step by step how Rulex helped a real company improving its data and gaining competitive advantage. So stay tuned. What does an agile data look like, Alice, in order to help our listeners understand if their data needs a helping hand or not?
Well, agile data can be easily gathered and aggregated, and it's consistent, up-to-date, and high quality. It's a great foundation for understanding the current state of business, for optimizing processes, making predictions, and building winning strategies.
I guess that's not usually the case. Why is that?
In today's world, there is just so much data available from a wide range of sources, including databases, local files, and even email attachments. And data exists in various formats, such as PDFs, Excel spreadsheets, or SCP tables.
And of course, collecting all this data must be really time-consuming.
Exactly. And imagine then integrating and aggregating all this information and keeping it updated. That is even more time-consuming. Even as a small business, you may also be selling your products in different countries, having to deal with file formats in various languages. And as a multinational company, the issues go beyond language barriers. The entire structure of your data or of the software you use to manage it might present significant mismatches. So you can imagine, Matteo, that any solutions that simplify this process, increasing data agility, are going to save you a lot of time.
From what I hear from our clients, getting data into shape doesn't just take a long time, but also sends stress level through the roof.
Absolutely. According to a Crowdflower survey, data scientists spend 80% of their time in data collection, cleaning, and preprocessing. And for a whopping 76% of them, these repetitive tasks are the least enjoyable part of their job. Understandably, they would rather spend their time on more strategic tasks like optimization and forecasting. This frustration often leads to a high job turnover or to quiet quitting, where people don't leave their jobs, but they lose all their enthusiasm and proactivity.
So up until now, we have mainly focused on two aspects of having to deal with inconsistent data. The time spent on dealing with data preparation and the impact that this job has on stress levels. Earlier, we mentioned also a third aspect, money. So does inconsistent data have a great impact on revenue?
In 2017, inadequate data lost companies an average of $15 million US, according to Gartner's Data Quality Market Survey.
That's astonishing. Why is this figure so high?
Your data is like the foundation of a house. If your critical information contains missing values, human entry errors, logical inconsistencies, the repercussions in terms of cost will resonate throughout all stages. from data preparation to data optimization and the extraction of valuable insights. Even AI is not going to help you if its predictions are based on bad data.
So, is there a remedy to alleviate stress, to put back time in your working day and drive revenue growth?
The solution lies in adopting a smart data management platform. With a software like Rulex Platform, which has the power to gather data from every nook and cranny and integrate it in any format, you will have more time to spend on data analysis, optimization, and forecasting. Transforming datasets to adapt to current and future constraints is extremely easy, while you can also build workflows to automatically accommodate new incoming data. And even the most complex ones compute in minutes, if not seconds.
To recap, quick data aggregation, fast data analysis, and easy data processing. So what else can a smart data management platform do to lower business costs?
To drive revenue growth, it is crucial to find a solution that improves data quality. By that, I mean a software that can efficiently address missing values, logical inconsistencies, and apply known business rules to data. But one of the biggest challenges with data nowadays is finding hidden errors in your data. Rulex uses its proprietary explainable AI algorithm to detect errors and automatically create new business rules to correct them.
That's pretty innovative that it can create rules by itself. But what can you tell me about stress levels?
Working with Rulex Platform is pretty stress-free, thanks to a few features. Firstly, it has a drag-and-drop interface, so performing operations is easy even for people without coding knowledge. And if you do know how to code, it has none of the rigidity that normally accompanies drag-and-drop solutions. Despite being easy to use, it's really flexible, just like a coded one. That's possible thanks to self-coding, which basically auto-generates optimized code for every operation you perform. The main advantage is that programmers have free rein to use their creativity versioning solutions in a Git-based version control system. They can integrate and run Python or R scripts in a Jupyter-like interface and quickly debug solutions through an interactive operation history.
It's quite unusual to find a software that keeps both business users and programmers happy, isn't it?
It is, yes. Rulex Platform also has a what you see is what you get interface that displays the results of operations straight away. This really speeds up the solution building process, so you avoid those long meetings or not summer afternoons planning the theory of what you're going to do. With Rulex, you simply try it out, check the results, and move on. Once you finish building, the solution is production ready. So no more reworking, and off to the pub.
So I'd just like to point out that we live in Genoa and there are so many beaches all around our office, and probably I think that Alice is already thinking about going to the beach as the weekend is approaching. So we'll wrap it up for today, and just let me remind you that this is just the first webinar of a series of webinars on data agility.
In the upcoming sessions, we're going to show you how Rulex assisted one of the biggest online pharmacies in Italy in really getting hold of their data, saving a lot of time and money, and lowering stress levels. We will guide you step by step through some practical examples of data agility, including importing and concatenating data in multiple languages in a few seconds with a scalable solution, pre-processing data to address inconsistencies, sorting out missing values, and identify outliers, and adapting values to the constraints of vertical software solutions.
Please let us know if you would like us to focus on something specific in the next webinar. And let me remind you that the next hands-on session is going to be on the 24th of August. In addition, if you would like to know more about data agility or just try yourself our Rulex platform, you can click on the links in the description to access our article on data agility or just to download a 30-day trial of our Rulex platform. We hope you found this live webinar informative and enjoyable, and that we'll be seeing you in the upcoming sessions. So bye for now.
Bye.